Welcome back to the land of origins. Today we celebrate the proud and powerful history of Eritrea, a land of ancient civilizations, strong people, and a long journey toward freedom. From ancient trade cities to modern independence, Eritrea has always stood with pride and strength. Its people have faced war, colonization, and hardship, but they never gave up. This is not just history. It's a story of survival, courage, and unbreakable identity. This is not just another African country. Eritrea is a land where the past speaks through every mountain, every coastline, and every face. From mighty ancient kingdoms to modern-day resistance, Eritrea's story is filled with pride, pain, and power. Many people don't know the full history, but today we bring it to light. Thousands of years ago, before the world knew the name Eritrea, this land was home to great African kingdoms. One of the first was the Kingdom of Untold around 800 BC. It laid the foundation for what would become one of Africa's greatest empires, Aksum. Eritrea's Red Sea coast, especially the ancient port of Adulis, became one of the busiest trade centers in the ancient world. Ships came from Egypt, Rome, Arabia, Persia, and India. Gold, ivory, incense, and animals moved through here. This region was not isolated. It was connected to the world. Eritrea helped shape African and world history, and that legacy still lives on. In the 1800s, as European powers rushed to take African land, Italy colonized Eritrea in 1890. They made Asmara their capital, built railways and ports, and turned Eritrea into Italy's first African colony. But the development was never for the Eritrean people. It was for empire. Eritreans were treated as second class. Still, during this time, a strong national feeling began to grow. Eritreans started to see themselves not as tribes, but as one people with a shared future. That unity would become the fire behind a long and painful struggle for independence. After World War II, Italy lost its colonies, but instead of gaining freedom, Eritrea was handed over to Ethiopia by the United Nations. At first, there was hope. Eritrea had its own flag and some local power. But by 1962, Ethiopia took full control and erased Eritrea's autonomy. This betrayal sparked one of the longest wars in African history, 30 years of armed struggle. But the Eritrean people refused to give up. They had no modern army, little outside help, and lived in the mountains, but their courage was unshakable. The Eritrean struggle became a symbol of African resistance and pride. Men and women fought side by side. They built schools underground, taught children during war, and survived harsh conditions. Eritrea showed the world that even a small nation could fight back with heart, unity, and unbreakable will. Finally, in 1993, after decades of war and loss, Eritrea became free. The people voted, and over 99% chose independence. It was a proud moment, a victory earned with great sacrifice. But freedom came with new challenges. Border wars, economic hardship, and strict government control followed. Many young people fled the country. Eritrea became known not only for its struggle, but for its silence, its isolation, and its pain. Eritrea has always been a place where proud people never gave up. Even today, despite poverty and harsh government, Eritreans hold on to hope. Many believe change will come, that Eritrea will rise again, not just in independence but in peace and opportunity. The story of Eritrea is not finished. Today, millions of Eritreans live outside their homeland, in countries like Sudan, the US, Germany, and beyond. But no matter how far they go, Eritrea never leaves their hearts. They work hard, send money to support families, raise their children with Eritrean values, and continue to dream of a better future for their people. The diaspora may be far from home, but they are still part of the fight, not with weapons, but with hope, love, and pride in where they come from. Asterisk, it's still being written, by strong people with proud hearts and a deep love for their land. But today, Eritreans are not asking for war. They're asking for something greater: peace, freedom, and real development. They want schools, jobs, and a future where their children can live without fear. They want to build a better Eritrea, not just survive in silence. And that's why this story isn't over. Because Eritreans, wherever they are, still believe in change. Subscribe to the Land of Origins for more untold history of Ethiopia and the Horn.